back to my channel. So for today, what I wanted to do was a very recent video in terms of where we've been lately. Like I love doing a good video where you guys are watching us as to something we've just done. Now, of course, there's always gonna be vlogs and videos where it's something we did in the past. Like I still have to upload our entire trip from Greece. So if that is something you guys still wanna see, please let me know, because I have all the footage and all of the vlogging footage from it, but I just never got to editing it and uploading it. So if that's something you guys still want to see, please let me know in the comments. But I love sharing a video where it's something we just did. We literally went to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party last night. And this is from the party, hence why I'm wearing it. And I've got some new ears on, which I think these are my favorite ears of all time. I will link them down below for you guys. But what I wanted to do was very much how I shared the Not So Scary Halloween party. I wanted to share the Very Merry Christmas Party and my top 10 tips. Basically how we did it, how we feel we did it right, how we got to do everything that we wanted, how we weren't overwhelmed, and I'll give you my best season tips because it's the second year in a row that we've done it, and just things that we've learned, things that we've experienced, and really the best way to do Mickey's Very Christmas Party. So if that's something you guys want to see, then just keep watching. Okay, so tip number 1 is hands down to make dinner reservations. Now, this will ensure that you don't have to get stuck with trying to find somewhere to eat later on in the evening. I saw a lot of people trying to get quick service meals later on, and it was just crowded and a little bit chaotic, and you don't want to get to that point where you're hangry. So making dinner reservations not only allows you to be organized, but it also allows you to start your evening off the right way. So what we did is we made dinner reservations for around 5:30, and we made the reservations at Liberty Tree Tavern, which is like a Thanksgiving style restaurant. So it was very perfect. I loved it. But what it also did is allows you to stay in the park. So what they do from around 5 till 7, they're clearing people out of the park that aren't there for the party. So it gets really crowded because you not only have the people coming in for the party, you have the people that are not trying to stay, but they're staying. And it just gets really chaotic between 5 and 7. So if you're seated for a meal at that time, then it's perfect. Now, we loved Liberty Tree Tavern. I have never had a bad experience there. We've eaten there probably, I want to say almost 10 times. Like, it's a great restaurant. It's family style, but when you're just 2, they actually bring you a plate that's served for you, so it's not all family style if you're just 2, which I actually find less overwhelming, and I loved it. I feel like this time and the last time that we went during the Halloween party, it was fantastic. Fantastic food. You get turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, some macaroni and cheese. The other thing, and this is my next tip, is this is how you can have some adult beverages. Now, there are no adult beverages in the park. You can't just walk up to a window like you can at Hollywood Studios or at Animal Kingdom and get something with alcohol in it. You can't even order a beer or wine. You have to go to either Skipper's Canteen, the Beauty and the Beast restaurant, Be Our Guest, or Liberty Tree Tavern. So this way, you can have some sangria, some wine. I actually took some footage of the wine list and the cocktail list for you guys so that you could see that. They have all different kinds of beer. Andre actually didn't get a beer. He got a Coca-Cola. He was like in big kid mode. And I had a beautiful glass of Cabernet. They have great wine there. So it's a good option. And I feel like if you want to have a drink before the party starts, at least you've got that covered if you do it that way. But if you're getting quick service, there's no way. So that takes me to tip number 3. Once we got our food, we had a drink, I needed something to wear. And now this also, I wanted to cover like, what do you wear to the parties? And I got this question a lot with the Halloween party, but I also had this question for the Christmas party, because sometimes you see people going to the park and you know that they're going to the party and you're thinking, well, they're wearing like a costume. What are they doing? Do I have to wear a costume? Do I have to be festive? You can wear whatever you want, but I will tell you, be comfortable, be cozy, if it's hot outside, make sure that you're comfortable, because I have experienced both ends of the spectrum now this year. At the Halloween party, it was so hot. I've never been to Disney when it is that hot outside. So the hurricane had just passed, and it basically brought in like this heat vortex, and it was insane. There was no chance of rain, which was beautiful, but it was so hot, and I'm someone that I can totally take the heat. It was insane. It was like well over 100 degrees every single day. So dress comfortably, bring layers. But this year, for the Christmas party, after I'd complained about it being so hot at the last party, it was freezing. And when I say freezing, I am Canadian. When I say cold, it was legit cold. So this is what I ended up purchasing after dinner. I went and looked for a onesie. I went straight onto Main Street. It was sold out everywhere. And I thought, I'm pretty sure that under the tent, in the Dumbo area, the circus tent, they had it. And they did. So I got this in a medium. I think it's the men's one because there's no bow on the hood. There's like a Mickey. Let me just give you the full experience. Isn't this so cute? So I got this last year. Yeah, I got this last year during the Christmas party, and I have it in like a white. But I thought this was way more me. Let's just stay like this, really. By the way, these ears are by Ears Ever After. And I have a discount code, like I said, I'll leave them down below. So I went and grabbed this, but listen to how cold it was. And I really want to emphasize, it's not like I'm from somewhere warm. I'm from Canada, like I know what cold is. It was freezing. So I had a sweater underneath of this, and I bought like these. I have to share this tip because I think it's really important if it's ever cold for you in Disney. Go to Uniqlo. They have these leggings as well as tights that you can wear like under a skirt or under your clothes, and they're like a heat technology. So I got a bunch of leggings, and I got gray and black, basically nylons to wear under my dresses and my skirts, so I was totally fine. So that's what I had arrived in the park in, but it's crazy once the sun went down how cold it got. So we stayed right until the end, but Andre was really cold. I was cozy in my stuff, and then I had my little Ugg slippers that I always have with the pom-poms, so my outfit was like, I was super happy. So be cozy, be comfortable. You can wear whatever you want, just make sure that you're wearing comfortable shoes. Do not wear heels. I literally wore like Ugg slippers, not like slippers like fuzzy slippers, my little pom-pom, like they look like Tinkerbell little flats. They're very cute. So comfortable, cozy, warm. If it's hot outside, make sure that you're cool enough. Cool? So you can wear whatever you want. Tip number 4. Grab a guide. Now I'm overheating. Now that I've talked about temperature so much, grab a guide map. You can get these anywhere. I actually, for my Halloween video, I didn't have it with me. This time I have it. So this is what the guide map looks like for the 2019 party. And then whenever you open it, there is obviously the map. And there is also, and this is the most important thing to look at, the times of the entertainment. So on the back, you'll see entertainment, and it will show you where all the like what's going on and what you need to attend. The most important things to attend are obviously the fireworks. So Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks show. Oh, it is new. I was asking you guys on Instagram, so I was sharing all this on IG stories. Instagram stories, I just want you guys to know, got to see the fireworks first. I actually shared the footage from this video because it was just so insane. And I was asking, I was like, is this a new fireworks show? Because I don't think we saw this last year. First of all, I'm really happy with where we stood for the fireworks, which is also another tip. With the fireworks shows now, and I was gonna say at Magic Kingdom, but I think anywhere, they really do play on like the projection aspect onto the castle, so it does you no good to go on the sides. Last year we went on the sides, it didn't matter because there was less projections. This year, and at the Halloween party as well, it's all projected onto the castle as well as obviously the fireworks, but you get such a better view if you're right in front. So we stood a little bit to the left of like that little circle right in the middle where the Walt statue is. So the fireworks, there's one time when that plays, and you basically can revolve your night around that. So the skies above Cinderella Castle will be lit up. So Minnie Mouse invites you to take in a sparkling Yuletide firework display with viewing locations throughout the park. You really can see it anywhere. 10 p.m. Then we did everything around that. So the other most important thing in my opinion is the parade. Tip. There's one at 8:30, there's one at 11. If you have littles, obviously do the earlier one because doubtful that they'll be awake by 11. But if they are, good for you because the 11 o'clock one is so much less crowded. We stood exactly where we went last year, right down Main Street, right where it kind of turns into the shop. On either side is great and you get a really good view that way. I do want to say that if you're watching the fireworks from Frontierland or anywhere other than Main Street, you might not get snow. You might, but it won't be the full effect. So I want you to know that and get the full effect. There's also Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, which is in front of the castle, and that plays all nights, 7:40, 9:25, 10:30, and 11:55. So we watched the 11:55 one, and then we went home. There's also the show where Elsa turns the castle into like the Frozen castle, and that's at 8:15. Other than that, I went to this. Where is it? Club Tinsel. Club Tinsel is a jam and party, and that is at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. It's all night long. Get your guide map and figure it out from there in terms of your schedule, but I can make it simple for you. If you're looking to stay all night, 10 p.m. for the fireworks is what we did, and then 11 p.m. for the parade. And then if you really want to see the Mickey's Most Merry celebration, 11:55, and then that's it. It's just that way you can write that down and you know, and it's simple. When you get into the park, I did want to note this, you're going to get a bracelet, and that's how they know that you're supposed to be at the party. So whenever you enter, you'll see someone right away and they'll put a bracelet on you, and it's linked to your magic band, so that's how you're able to get into the party. All right, next. There is special merchandise. So on the back of the guide map, you can see this, but I took a bunch of footage of it. You can only get this merchandise if you're at the party. So they bring it out when the party starts. You actually have to, at the beginning of the party, as the party goes on and they've cleared out the park of everyone that doesn't have a ticket, then they bring it out to the front. But they have items such as Alex and Annie bracelets, the most adorable little mugs. They have special spirit jerseys, they have special pins, they have honestly all sorts of little tchotchkes. They have ornaments and all things that usually will say Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2019, so it's like special to that event, which is really cool, and it's usually some really cool stuff. So I wanted to share that. That's really important, and you can find it in the gift shop that is on the left, as well as a couple of the other shops. I know that it's in the Storybook Circus as well, and they bring it out to the front as the party goes on, like I said. All right, tip number 6, this is probably the most important tip. Go to the party, because I think that this is the most valuable party. You can ride any ride with little to no wait, pretty much any of the rides. The only ride that we found was honestly not worth the wait unless you love that ride was the Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride, because there is a wait for it, but it's not terrible, but you do have to wait. Everything else we walked right on. Thunder Mountain, we went on Dumbo, we went on the Aladdin one, we went on Pirates, we went on, my gosh, we literally did pretty much every ride that is in Magic Kingdom, which is so sweet. Like, it's just cool. We went on the Tea Party. It's so cool to be able to run around and to just go on everything. We went on the People Mover. Space Mountain was actually closed because the lights were on whenever we went through, but that takes me to my next point. They have special rides. So just like at Halloween, how they have the holiday special, what do they call it? Holiday Twist. So the Holiday Twist rides are the Jingle Cruise. So instead of the Jungle Cruise, it's the Jingle Cruise. And this is all on your guide map. They have the Mad Tea Party, Monsters Inc., Tomorrowland Speedway, and Space Mountain all have a special holiday twist in them, so they're different than they usually are, which is kind of cool. The other thing that has a special holiday twist that is on here is all the special treats. So at the Halloween party, you go around and you're trick-or-treating. This one is, you still run from station to station, but it's all like Christmassy goodies like eggnog and gingerbread cookies, and oh my gosh, the peppermint cookie was so good also. So all of the holiday treats are always marked by one of these like candy cane type of poles, and you can find where you'll get your treats at these different locations. So Main Street Adventureland, there's Snickerdoodles in Frontierland, like they'll give you a map and you can find all your different beverages like Fanta, eggnog, apple cider, and hot chocolate all over the, so it's kind of cool to like run around and find all of the different treats. You will be hopped up on sugar, and if that's not enough, they also have the specialty treats that you can actually pay for. So those are Olaf's Frozen Hot Chocolate, To Be Jolly Float, and the Orange Bird Christmas, which is like this little orange scented white chocolate mousse filled orange with orange curd and candied orange peel on top, of a citrus almond cream. And it's like I know you can't see this, but it's like a little orange ball with the little orange bird on top. So they do have like a lot of special things going on that you can only get at the party, which is super cool. Now, did we do any of that? No, we did like the free stuff and we ran around and grabbed some cookies and stuff. Where I'm not that all about sugar. Andre definitely is and thoroughly enjoyed it. One thing that I also thought that was super cool was that they have so many characters out all over the park, and they're kind of hidden in the nook and crannies. I think you can always check the app, by the way, and I don't know if you noticed, if you check the My Disney Experience app, you can track where characters are in all of the parks. So I'm pretty sure that during the Christmas party you could do that too, but they're all over the place and there's zero to no wait to meet all of the characters, and there's the photo pass people everywhere, which is so cool. So we really like that. And then during the parade and during the shows, you can see them as well. But if you want to take a picture with them, they're right out in front of the rides. They're all over the place, which was super, super cool. Tip number 10, and this is like my little love to you. no matter what happens, you're gonna have a good time. And one thing that I've learned at Disney over the past 10 plus years of going is the unexpected in Disney will always be your best memories. So stop panicking, stop trying to plan it out. And this is coming from like the ultimate planner, you know, perfectionist that just wants everything to be scheduled and perfect. But one thing I've learned is when something happens by coincidence or by mistake or that goes unplanned, it's usually the thing that you remember the most. So don't try and pull your family in one way or another. Go with it. It will usually turn out magical. Disney's got your back. It's always an incredible experience. They always blow me away. No matter what we end up doing, whether it is a small party that we do or we did the Vanellope and Ralph thing, the Wreck-It Ralph thing at the Void, and I remember thinking like, this is a lot of money. It was amazing. Like Disney never disappoints. So trust it, have fun, enjoy yourself, smile. You probably waited maybe a year or more for this vacation, so just go with it, go with the flow, enjoy it. And like I said, the unexpected will always be your best memory for sure. Now, bonus tip, if you either don't want to spend the money, aren't going to Magic Kingdom, and you, or maybe you just really want to go to like an actual party where they're like, I get you, like if you want a cocktail, listen to what we did. So I heard about this Jingle Bell Jingle BAM, and I have my little pass from it, so I want to show you guys. This was the coolest freaking thing ever. So it was, I'm gonna drop the information down below. I think it was like $50 something per person. Amazing. It was amazing. So it's a dessert party that's in Hollywood Studios. It's a totally different party, by the way. Totally different option. It's so cool that you can do all these different things. Now, this one I feel like was a different vibe. You obviously need your park ticket to get in, same as with the Very Merry Christmas Party. You need your park ticket to get in. But when you are in, you go check in right across from 50's Prime Time when you're in Hollywood Studios, and there's like this gated area, like a little candy cane gate, and they will let you through and assign you a table. So Andre and I had this little table for two with like our table number on it, and they have all of this food set up, desserts, they had a cheese fondue, they had a chocolate fondue, they had a Yule log, and then there's like all the Prep and Landing theme because it's a Prep and Landing party. If you don't know what Prep and Landing is, by the way, it is the most underrated, amazing Christmas movie ever. I've been asked by so many of you guys to do a Christmas movie list, like a must watch. I've got you. If that's something you guys want, let me know down below, or if you have suggestions for it, but I've got you on that. But Prep and Landing, I love it. So what happens is they also, and this is like the big like drum roll part, they have a bar, and it's all included in the price of your ticket to this party. The dark cherry bourbon hot chocolate was one of the greatest drinks I have ever had in my life, and also it was a bit chilly out, so it just was delightful. The other thing, they have a gingerbread martini. If I'm speaking your language right now, we are soul sisters, or soul brothers and sisters. They have jingle juice, which is all like a fruit punch type of, with rum in it. They have a hot chocolate with like whipped cream vodka. And do you want to know how cool the bartender was? He was like, oh, I'll just make you one of each and have fun. So tip though, if you go to this, make sure that you enjoy yourself to the fullest, get there right when it starts, enjoy yourself, because as soon as they take you from your seat to go to the private viewing area for the fireworks, so you're gonna go watch I think it's like an animation fireworks, and then there's the Jingle BAM fireworks. You're not going back to your table after that. We learned that the hard way. So enjoy yourself, eat your food, take your drink with you, go watch fireworks, and it's done after that. But it really was bang for buck. It was super cool. No pun intended. Jingle BAM, bang for buck. It was awesome. So I hope that you guys enjoyed these tips. I hope that you guys enjoy your trip to Disney, or you know, if you're just living vicariously and you just want to hear all about the Disney stuff, and thank you for being here. I wanted to share one video this week that was really authentic to like what we had been doing, and these were some things that we did that we loved this week. Like we had so much fun, and I always try and document it as best I can. I always share the behind the scenes on my stories. So if you guys aren't following on either my stories on Angie Bellemare, I post on there every single day, and I'm sharing on my stories all day long. But I also started posting vlogs, like behind the scenes, just it's completely unedited. That's the rules. Like I go for 10 minutes straight and I don't edit it at all. So it's really cool. The other day we walked from the yacht club to Epcot, and I just picked up some cuppies and some gifts, and I did a little bit of a mini haul. It was like a behind the scenes. So if you guys aren't following on Angie Bellemare vlogs on Instagram, go do that, because it's kind of a different aspect than it is on here, and it's just a little bit more behind the scenes. Don't forget, we have a giveaway. I shared in the last video, I got an Alex and Annie that's like a Mickey and Minnie Alex and Annie, and it's Disney Parks edition. So you can only get it in the parks, and it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to be shipping that out to one lucky subscriber that is the most engaged on here as well as on Instagram. And make sure that you guys give this a thumbs up if you guys liked it. It was cool to hang out with you guys in my hotel room once again. I have all of my goodies. Can you guys see my jingle sipper back there? I shared that in the last video. All right, make sure that you guys are subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye, dudes.